Time to finally raise a Super Bowl banner in Philadelphia. I'm the coach, and this is the return of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, we kick off the new season with the return of Carson Wentz, ready to go in Week 1 as the Super Bowl champion Eagles take on the new $100 million man, Matt Ryan, and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll be back at halftime with a look ahead to the weekend. But for now, let's get to Philly and say hello for the first time to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. It's caught by Aguilar. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Toss play to Sproles. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. A very solid gain of 27.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. This throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? It helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Falcons offense, Charles, heading back out there, coming off a 10-6 season, made the playoffs again, but coming off the previous season when they blew that Super Bowl to the Patriots, I think a lot of folks were expecting more in 2017. So now turn the page, what can we expect this year?
They want to return to explosiveness on offense. I mean, that's what they've got to get to. You mentioned 2016. They rolled up points like crazy. Absolutely obliterated people on the offensive side of the ball. They want to get back to that. Get Julio Jones, get him sprung free again. But they drafted Calvin Ridley out of Alabama to help with that. All right, they can run the football, obviously, with Devontae Freeman. On the defensive side, the mantra is speed, speed, speed. And they want to get Vic Beasley back chasing the quarterback where he led the league in sacks 2 seasons ago.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Even though he's a 4th rounder, I think he might have a chance to play and prove that, hey, I could have been taken higher in that draft.
And we've seen so many times now, guys who go lower in the draft, undrafted free agents that become big-time players, Pro Bowl players, so you never know. 4th-round pick has a chance to be a really good player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to the...
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Oh, man, it's the first NFL catch for Calvin Ridley. First catch there for the rookie Ridley, and it's a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman.
Yo.
Lose yardage here. Back at the 40.
Hell yeah, my lady is one of them. She's been home for a month, man.
Extra beef, they want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm
This one complete to Robinson.
Yes! Good job, get up, get up. I can't barely hear you, Gus.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah,
I don't
not resentful that we have a roof.
Yeah, I got to do something too. I don't like the way they do them
play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
I don't like the way they do like the slot, the depth chart. You know how they added them extra positions to the depth chart because it's fucking up my substitutions and shit. Like I can't put Fletcher Cox on the right end like I want to because Brandon Graham's a little slower now.
So, because this team has few holes, if any.
Fucking me up.
Look, your quarterback Carson Wentz gets hurt before the season's over. His backup Nick Foles wins Super Bowl MVP. Wentz probably would have won the regular season if he finished out the year. Offensive line, one of the best in the game. Passing game keeps getting better.
I ain't did no
multiple runners.
No trades yet. I picked up DRC in the free agency
they can just swarm and
pretty
get
early,
after you.
but
Great
other
coordinator,
than that,
very creative. The big thing for them, they'll have to take everyone's best shot week in and week out during the season.
I wish the Saints would shut the fuck up with their whining and crying. I know that.
Start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Okay, well but it didn't. But it didn't though. Well, but this is the thing though. Hey, it happens to every team though. It happens to every team in every game. Yes, okay. Let me take it back to the Eagles game. Let me take it back to the Eagles. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Absolutely was not the most blatant call. Hold on, let me show you one. Let me show you. Let me give you an example. Eagles Cowboys. First play of the fucking game when we kicked off the ball to the motherfucking Cowboys. They not necessarily, because who's to say they would have made that field goal? Who's to say he would have made that field goal? But wait. They still had Hey man. That's what we say. We don't know that. Man, look, the next play he could have fumbled the ball. And as a coach and as a team, you don't put yourself in a position, every coach say that, you don't put yourself in a position to lose the game on one play. There's too many plays to lose the game on one play. Yeah, you can. Okay, look at this situation.
Here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught.
Hey man, I don't have no sympathy for them hoes.
The deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
It was a bad call.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Ryan. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Eric Sauber, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are in for 6.
Hey, let me give you this example. When they when Dallas Goedert went all the way down the field, they called a pass interference on him, and he scored a touchdown, and they called it back and took the touchdown back from us, went all the way back, and then they showed that he didn't even touch the guy. There was no pass interference, and took a touchdown off the board for us. It happens in every game to every team. You can't sit there. That's a bad coach to sit there and whine and complain about that and let his players have that kind of mentality. You should have done more. You should have did more to be in a position not to lose that game. And then you get the ball back first in halftime. And what do? You turn the ball over. So you don't deserve to win that game. They need to cut that shit out. They done filled out a petition to have a rematch and all this dumbass, faggot ass. Man, I've been an Eagles fan my whole goddamn life. You know how many games we done lost and coaches refs done blew and all that shit, man? I don't have no sympathy for them niggas.
This is taken near the 13.
It was bad, but look, you got to think about it. It's human error.
But as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
And nobody's going to think about it after the Patriots win. After the Patriots win the Super Bowl, nobody's going to remember that play ever again.
From the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Hey man, look, it was fast. This game is fast paced. Is a human looking at it, not a computer. We're not playing on a computer.
You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was.
But the ball was close though, man. If you standing there on that field, depending on what your angle was and where you was looking at,
this is Ertz with it, right side, and he'll work it across midfield.
No. I'm saying the ball was almost there, and I can see where the referee.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play.
But how do you do that when human error is a part of the game? They're humans. They're not computers.
Methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Sproles. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Hell no.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this 1st half. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run it with Sproles. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Darren Sproles.
So it happened. What do you think should happen? What do you think should happen then?
I know the play ends up in the end zone with
Right, exactly. So there we go, because it happens to every team.
They guided him to that spot.
Yeah, they got
No. I'm saying, what do you think should happen since that happened? Now, what do you think they should do about it? That's what I'm asking.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys?
Hey, he did it. Yeah, he almost did. He almost did.
Blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta 1st down.
But it's a but when it's easy to say and do all that when we looking at the shit on replay. We got to think about the speed of the game, how fast these guys are moving, what the refs are doing. I mean, I don't fault that ref because when you look at that play from different angles with the play y'all talking about.
It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips.
No, not that. I'm not talking about that play. I'm talking about the Saints and Rams play. That's the play I'm talking about.
Now Philadelphia ready to get.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I mean, not the you mean the roughing the passer? Yeah. I mean, he hit him on the face mask.
You know, I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have. It's caught inside the.
It looked like he grazed it to me, and I can see where the ref would have made that mistake. That's all I'm saying. I can see where the ref would have made that mistake. We gotta. I mean, think about all the days before we had all these 18 cameras on the field and
much like his pre-injury self. He's got the Eagles on the move with a 1st
holding everything. So and that goes to my point. Like,
flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds.
Yeah, he touched it. He touched that face mask. His hand grazed it.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tech McKinley in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Carson Wentz, that's his 1st touchdown pass since December 10th of last year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel.
I mean, we only got 2 and 1 in the Super Bowl.
And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Elliott now to kick this one away.
Yeah, we only got him once.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the league. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Yeah. Absolutely. He was right there.
Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 at enemy territory.
I don't have no sympathy for them Saints fans.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. interception. So we'll catch up here in the Thursday night opener as we'll check. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the
I didn't really watch the game. I was falling asleep by the time it came
from
on.
either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things
Didn't he break the record too already?
Scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Yeah, I ain't going to complain. I'm not going to disagree with you on that.
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Here's Wentz to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Wentz.
No!
And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah. I get your point that you're making, Gus, though.
Never before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's caught. Jones. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
And he's got his
Malcolm Jenkins, what the hell are you doing?
For the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 30 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Here's Tate to return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jack Crawford able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On third and long, it's Wentz. He's got his man, that's Wallace. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Sproles. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason.
Yeah, I think it would be different if he was the you know, the leader of the team. I think it would be quite different. I mean, because more of the focus could be on him. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot different when you do.
A couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Looking like the Vic Beasley of 2016 on that play, Charles.
That's the one that they want, too, because remember, that Vic Beasley, 15.5 sacks, led the NFL in that category that season. Dropped to just 5 in 2017. He also dropped into coverage more, trying to help out his team.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action to Sproles. Wentz. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25.
I mean, well, you got to consider the age and the longevity in that situation. So of course you take Clay Thompson.
Atlanta now coming out on the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
Yeah, Clay Thompson ain't going to the hole like Dwayne Wayne was.
When you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Oh, God, don't talk to him about Carmelo, please. I have to hear this shit for the rest of the day.
Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain of the play, and it's a 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Oh yeah, he could take you off the dribble now.
To say defensively, the tackling's been
Damn
really good.
sure could.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ryan will throw again. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Come on, man. These Falcons are trying to put it on me,
This
man.
offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores.
He's probably too far away from the PlayStation.
Yeah, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
No, but they get...
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33.
Oh no, I'm just saying, no, I ain't losing, but they making it difficult. They driving right now.
Second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks
Now I'm up
and
one
offensive
touchdown.
coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
They're making it difficult, though.
It was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know,
come
it's
on.
one of the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a two-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, Ryan. And this is intercepted. And
My rookie, Avonte Manning. Oh, no, that was Ronald Darby. Okay.
And a big turnover there.
Good job,
His
Ronald.
guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games.
Good job,
and now
Ronald.
in this situation, throwing an interception here.
I don't know what to do. I'm on the one. How do I get out of this situation?
And in a big way.
I don't know what play to call. God damn.
Philadelphia
Might be a
getting
safety
set
right
to
here.
take the field. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No, I don't think, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now,
Good job, Sproles. I'm trying to figure out why Jay Ajayi is still hurt.
Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep
I got to
the
figure
ball
this
right,
run
right.
game out. It's a tad bit different.
Covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this
I
game.
only bought it because it went down to $23.99. That's the only reason why I bought it.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Yeah, it felt real good hearing them say the Super Bowl champion Eagles when the game started up. Finally get to see that banner in the stadium. Felt real good.
The defending champion Eagles looking good thus far in their first game since Super Bowl 52. Here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now it's Sproles. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
All the time.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Wentz to throw. A dump off to Sproles. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense.
I think he might get in there.
1:53 left. The Eagles
I think he might get in there.
They've hit
He might not
4
be
of
first
7.
ballot, but
This
he'll
is
get in
3rd
there.
down and 12. Back to throw. Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up.
Yeah,
tight.
true that.
He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over.
There's no explanation for that. Other than they just don't like the nigga.
And with 3 interceptions thrown,
that's the only explanation.
They rely more on the ground game here.
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start with him?
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Throwing now is Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Here's Ryan. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends.
I tell you what, wherever Nick Foles go, I'm gonna be a low-key fan. I ain't gonna be telling nobody, but man, please, are you kidding me? That's my quarterback, man. You kidding me? Shit. Hey, look, the word is born. I'll let Carson go ahead and go and keep Nick. Yeah, well, call me crazy. Y'all said I was crazy when I said he was going to win the Super Bowl, too. What's up?
His position, and he's listed
oh,
as
no,
a tight
no,
end,
no, no.
but he certainly doesn't run like
it's got to be an AFC or a non-NFC East team. Can't do that.
Can run, make plays after the
Can't do
catch,
that.
and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He ain't going to no NFC East team. I can't see that.
Now Ryan.
No, he gets his. Well, he's going. What kind of play was that? He gonna get his 20, and if he, so we'll give him 20, and if he wants to become a free agent, then he has to give $2 million of that back, or we can franchise tag him and trade him and help him go to where he wants to go.
You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's
Man,
better
these
than not
Falcons
having a
is
chance
bullshit.
at all.
That play right there was bullshit.
Your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come
a
up
Super
with
Bowl
it.
MVP?
Side, get that
Shit.
ready.
No doubt about it.
A Super Bowl MVP?
Good. And that will shave
Hey, you be hard pressed to confuse to tell me he's not. Anybody win a Super Bowl MVP?
So there is still time, a little over.
Hey, he got a whole, and he was the highest paid quarterback at one time.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about.
Hey, why not? Look what he did when he came in the end of our season. We was like, I don't even remember what our record was before. We had basically no chance to make the playoffs. He came in, got us in the playoffs, got a playoff win, and the playoff loss wasn't his fault. Alshon Jeffrey dropped that ball. So, I mean, shit, Nick did what he was supposed to do. Everything he was supposed to do.
Coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
The team, man, you just look at how the team plays with Nick Foles. Look at how they rally around him. Nick Foles is only 30. He just turned 30 like 2 days ago. His birthday is the same day as my brother's. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but he's great for the Eagles. He beat Tom Brady.
Get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
We're gonna pay him 20 either way, because they either gonna franchise tag him and trade him, or give him 20 and let him give $2 million back, and then go to the free agency. So either way, he's getting paid. Either way. Hey, well, but don't you want to get something for him though? I mean, a person there's teams that Jacksonville needs a quarterback. There's plenty of teams out there that need a quarterback.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down.
They can get a first-round pick for him easily.
Up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
No, don't you do that. What playoff game Matt Flynn ever won? How so? Let me break it down to you. He's not the least accomplished because he's the only has Brad Johnson ever thrown 7 touchdowns in a game? Has Brad Johnson ever thrown 7 touchdowns in a game? No. Has Brad Johnson ever had a touchdown interception ratio of 27-2? No. Has Brad Johnson ever won a Super Bowl or a Super Bowl MVP? No. Brad Johnson probably never even won a playoff game. So come on, man. You can't do that. Yeah. Hey, well, I mean, hey, man, he's a bad dude, but no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the nigga was a great quarterback for us, and I think he can go somewhere. I think he's a good quarterback. Period. You can't win a Super Bowl MVP and not be a good quarterback. Going against the best quarterback in the game.
One more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
But he threw the. Did you see how many yards he had in the Super Bowl? Come on, man. You see how many touchdowns he had in the Super Bowl? Hey, well. He might not be a $148 million quarterback, but he's going to garner a lot of money in the free agency.
From the left hash, this from
hey, Joe Flacco won the Super Bowl.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet.
Hey, all I know is I got a Super Bowl plaque sitting in my living room right now, and that's because of Nick Foles.
For the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year.
Hey, well, I mean, yeah, well, the best ability is availability, and Carson ain't been available.
Special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigs.
He ain't been available.
It'll be crisp fall weather.
How do we know he's not? He gonna get on the field next year and do the and then tear his elbow or get a bruised sternum. You know what I'm saying?
We saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
Say what now?
So for Philadelphia, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, but Carson keeps getting hurt every year.
And they'll get a few extra
and honestly, I think he was healthy enough to play, and they knew that they needed to go with Nick Foles.
Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they go down to defeat here in the opener.
I want him to keep him. Are you kidding me? What, did you not hear anything I just said? Nick needs to be there forever.
So for Charles
Nick needs to be there forever.
I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Forever.
Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be
forever,
here again.
ever.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Straight up. Ain't no if and if I'm Howie Roseman, Nick is staying. Carson only getting it. They gotta pay him the 20 either way. They either have to franchise tag him or pay him the 20 either way. Carson's only getting 8 next year. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, look. I'm with Carson all the way, man. All the way. All the way. That's my quarterback. Oh, did I say Carson? I mean, oh, my bad. Because I'm looking at my game right now, so I'm looking at the stats. You know what I meant. Nick Foles, baby. Nick Foles, man, Super Bowl MVP. I don't know why. Nigga was already old. Nigga was old when he got to the league. Hey, all I know is what the last time Jake DeHome played the Eagles, we scored like 48 points on that nigga. So I don't know what you talking about. He ain't give it to us. Brandon Graham took it from him. Brandon Graham took it from him. I can't tell. Mm-hmm. Hey, man. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I think the gun thing happened after that. I mean, he ain't that great right now, but oh wow, are you kidding me? So name me another quarterback that's thrown 7 touchdowns in the game without throwing an interception. Without throwing an no, Matt Flynn ain't never did that. Cut it out. Matt Flynn has never thrown 7 touch. He's never thrown 7 touchdowns in a game. That 6 ain't 7. No, it's only I can tell you the names of the quarterbacks that thrown 7. Sonny Jurgensen, okay, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Nick Foles, and everybody except for Nick Foles that threw an interception. Nick Foles did not throw an interception in that game. He threw like 3 or 4 to Riley Cooper. To Riley Cooper. To Riley Cooper. Yeah, you're right. No, but I'm saying he's terrible, but yet he threw 3 or 4 touchdowns to that guy. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you know I don't like that nigga. Ain't no way in hell. No. Yeah. Well, the hell with that nigga. Don't say he's trash. Come on, man. That doesn't even make sense. Trash quarterbacks don't get Super Bowl MVPs. Name me one. Brad Johnson got a Super Bowl MVP? It was a defensive player that got the it was a defensive player that got their defense won them that Super Bowl, not Brad Johnson. Yeah, it was Ray Lewis. It wasn't Trent Dilfer. It was Ray Lewis. Hey Gus, I like how they do these upgrades now, man. That's pretty cool. You like it? How they do the upgrades when you click on them and then you just pick what like if it's zone, man to man, or slot, and then and they kind of just give you some points here or there or whatever. I like that. I'm done. You can advance if you want. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we got out of that game by the skin of our teeth, 21-26. Shoot the ones got blown out. Who's Porter? Shoot the ones? Man, shoot the ones don't never win shit in here, man. You know that. Never. No, I take that back. I think he did get one like 3-4 years ago. He did get one 3-4 years ago when it was just me, Alonzo, Gus, Fade to Black, maybe 1 or 2 other people. That was like on 17. He got a little bit of skill, but he's missing something. You know what I mean? Come on and get blown out then.
Uploading documents for mortgage.
Oh, okay. Oh my God! Please don't mention that name in the lobby with Gus. I mean, no, listen, man, because Gus overhypes the nigga. If you let Gus tell it, he's Superman. If you let Gus tell it, he's Superman, man. Come on, man. Carmelo ain't that dude.